Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the Dan DPS, and as we have been for the past little while, we've been on a bit of an explosive kick with the new energy weapons that can now have explosive, and I've been experimenting, testing them out, and playing with them. And today's weapon is a very big one that a lot of people have been telling me that would be absolutely garbage and trash. So let's find out if it is. But before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. So today's weapon is El Presidente. The armor pen, projectiles explode for weapon damage, reload speed, Gauss rifle. Now Gauss rifles have been long stood as apparently crap with the explosive effect. When they were legacy weapons, people said that they were bad and they just didn't work properly. But we're going to test that out today and see if that's still true. Now this is the build we're using. There's nothing too extensive on here, nothing too strange. It is what it is. Mastering for sneak and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we're using. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is show you this weapon in a couple of different ways. So first off, you're seeing 560, 141. So you're actually getting quite a significant, like, explosive effect from this. And my impression of it is when you use a Gauss weapon with the explosive effect, what it's actually doing is combining the two effects together. Like, for example, let's bring up El Presidente just for a quick little looky-loo. Like, I think it is combining that 15% damage with the 20% damage. So overall, you're getting 35% damage out of it. It feels like it's a lot higher than other weapons would normally get with it, which is absolutely fantastic. It doesn't feel like my gun's doing 3 separate explosions. It feels like it's combined them into the same thing, and as a result, we're getting overall more damage. Now, using this weapon in VATS is pretty much the best way to go. You're going to absolutely annihilate things, and the big ticket damage that it does to start off with is absolutely insane. But combine that with that explosive damage, and take into consideration we were doing 500 damage, or like 400, 500 something, and we're doing like 100 odd damage. And there's also the chance that the explosive damage is in 2 separate little bits. So it could be that we were actually getting 2 explosives effects, but the numbers overlap. So if we think of it that way, it's somewhere between that or double. And it just feels like it's doing a lot more damage with the explosive effect than other weapons would rightly do with the same amount of damage. Like, we've tested other weapons in the past while that have had similar kind of effects, but this just seems to do more. It just seems to be absolutely insane. It's a monster. Gauss weapons are good to begin with, but this thing, like, it just feels so good. You know, we're taking out legendaries and 3 shots, and if I had got a crit, it would have been 2 shots. I mean, look at that. 616, 192. That is a third of that damage. That's not like 20%, that's not 15%, that's a third of it. So I don't know how it's calculating and how it's figuring it out, but it feels to me like it is taking the damage of 2 of the explosions and merging them into 1. But again, the explosions could be basically doing the exact same damage and overlapping on each other perfectly. That has happened before with other weapons, and you don't see the explosive damage when I do it in VATS because it's just such a big number that pops up. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this is performing so far. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Jeff is going to be able to survive this for very long. I expect maybe 3-4 shots. 1, 2. Wait until he's up and awake before I go again. 3. That didn't even register. 3, 4. Like that I didn't count that shot that didn't register. Like, you're seeing how quickly this kills. It's such big damage. Big chungus, big damage. Alright, we're going fishing for a Mirelurk Queen, so we're going to chuck that over there and see what happens. God, that does so much damage. Ignore that. But, you know, it's easy to ignore it when this thing does this much damage. It is an absolute beast of a weapon, and absolutely tears through the Mirelurk Queen like she's made of tissue paper. Like, Gauss weapons are so Gauss rifles are so underrated. It's such a good weapon. Alrighty, as usual, expeditions are now up. and we get to test this weapon on the Overgrown, which get completely and utterly incinerated by it. This thing is one of the most ridiculous damaging weapons for small targets that you will find in the game. It is just so good at what it does. And because it's silenced, it is just very powerful. You know, you can get all that sneak attack damage, you can get all the real big ticket damage that you would get off of things. It is just a very, very good weapon, and I would heavily recommend that you are using it if you like this sort of thing, because you will kill things. You will kill things so easily. That wasn't even a charge shot, and I got 616 out of it. Let's see how it goes. Jesus, I didn't even charge that one either. Look at this. Look at this insanity. Look at the damage you can get out of this thing just by manually firing it. It is absolutely ridiculous. If you don't use Gauss weapons, then what the hell are you doing with yourself? Like, it's so good. I'm really eager to test the Gauss pistol now, because it'll probably follow the same metric, and the human enemies are no different. They just are made of tissue paper in comparison to this weapon. I mean, what can you say about it other than, if you're not using Gauss, are you really having fun? So yeah, I think this weapon was incredibly successful, incredibly powerful, and I am looking forward to using it a lot in the future. Explosive weapons are my bread and butter, and I absolutely love them. So yeah, great weapon. Now, before we leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If there's any weapons or things that you'd like me to make videos on, leave that down in the comments below, and I'll catch you all next time in the wasteland.
Pop open, it's a nuclear pop, stabbing and swooping wild like a lock, testing weapons, bang bang sparks, radiation hum, mind blowing stark, swinging in down Appalachia Trail, Mothman legend cocktails prevail, strip for the traders, scrap on sale, building forts, raiders on our tail. Oh, the good, the scrap and the street, wandering wasteland, loose on the lip, barter and hustle, ain't just a quip, survivors dance, got a weapon on the hip. Oh, the good, the scrap and the street, wandering wasteland, loose on the lip, barter and hustle, ain't just a quip, survivors dance, got a weapon on the hip. Crafting stations, tinker's delight, fixing shotguns, new rifles tight, ghouls round the corner, gotta fight, day turns to night, it'll flash up bright.